Welcome to Y Rush Racing, and welcome to round 4 of the Blackjack Enduro series. Today, we're at Barteau Ranch near Catlettsburg, Texas. And to find out more, go to blackjackenduro.org. Alright, so yeah, here we are. This is test 1, and of course, I do my thing with Enduros, which is not start the camera at the beginning of the test. And so yeah, you were a few miles in. In fact, I think I see mile 3 here before too long. There are 4, I believe 4 guys, maybe 5, mile 3 right here. There's 4 or 5 guys on my row, and right now there's one guy, Bobby. And I'll be honest with you, when I found out I was on row 7 with Bobby, I was not thrilled because Bobby is what I consider one of my top competitors, because we're both in the BJEC class. He is actually leading this class right now, and I want to beat Bobby so bad. But man, let me tell you what, he is the class leader for a reason. That guy's a beast. And yeah, this is an enduro, and this is one of the things I wanted to show early on. Is it's pretty cool. Is like, unlike a hare scramble, right? It's a time trial where a hare scramble, you kind of know roughly where you are at all times. If you are racing somebody, you know they're probably in your class or like a minute or close to you. A lot harder to pass. Well, as these enduros, you could be. I mean, I had C guys, A guys, all on my row. And so you kind of spread out right at the beginning. And so anyways, it's kind of interesting. It's, a lot more of just pushing yourself, finding your pace. But anyways, yeah, that's Enduros. And that's where I'm really starting to enjoy. And just kind of the bench racing between the races as well. And also, I really like how far you get a race in one of these things. We raced 70 miles today. Whoa, talk about a challenge, getting tuckered out and whatnot. There was 4 loops. I did 6 tests. So loop 1 was 1 test, loop 2, loop 3, loop 4 were all separate loops. And then they were all 7 to 10 miles long. And then the last 2 tests were essentially loop 1 and 2 combined, and then the last one was 3 and 4 combined. So those were some pretty significantly long tests to really challenge your endurance. Some of the guys from Torn Texas Off-Road Nationals, I believe, were here today, and their normal race is 1 hour. And so that's essentially, just one test is their normal race. So I was like, oh my God, I do not envy you guys. All right, so yeah, here I come in for the end of test 1, and yeah. I was, they said, time out there, dude. They didn't want me to go up there so fast. And yeah, for that test there, so now you can see we're at the end here, just waiting for the next one. Got my little timesheet there to see where I need to be at. And then just kind of checking the clock, and yeah, I'm like, oh, hey, got 25 minutes. So yeah, I came in 4th in that test, and out of, well, there was 12 that signed up, 2 DNF'd, so maybe out of 10, 4th out of 10. All right, so yeah, here we are on test 2, and of course I did my thing and started in late, and I just took the wrong turn. So there's Bobby up ahead of me here. We're relatively early still in the test, and so I'm just kind of following Bobby, and he took a right where we should have gone straight, and I followed and not paying attention to the arrows as much as I should have been, and took the wrong turn. And that's one thing about enduros is it really, because you don't get there's no practice laps or anything. And I'm row 7, so I'm one of the first people on these trails. Is you really got to pay attention to arrows. You can't just take the trail for granted. It's kind of like doing a practice lap on at a hare scramble. A lot of times you take wrong turns. Well, that's what can happen here. So there was I believe a C guy that was in our row as well, and when we took that wrong turn there, he got in front of us. I think we'll see him here shortly. But test 1 and 2 were pretty similar as far as what you're seeing now. Pretty fast, a little sandy, flowy, nothing too tight. A little here, a little there, not too bad. And yeah, so this is the guy, and he's in our row. He got around us, and I got to try to figure out how to get back around him. But yeah, it was pretty good, fun trail. Test 3, some people may enjoy that. Man, it was super tight. It was a workout for sure. I actually took my steering dampener off. I realized that just I guess I could have just turned it down to soft, but I have other reasons for taking it off. Namely, my little mount broke. Oh, do a little doofus move here. Not cool. And now I'm not happy. I'm like attitude of like, let's catch up. But yeah, test 1 and 2, pretty good. So test 3 was, yeah, like I said, lots of turns. You'll see it here in a bit. Then test 4, no video of it, but that was probably my most favorite. It was fast, pretty open. It had a few sections where it got tight, but a lot of kind of field sections. All right, so this is not good. I am not in the best health right now, and I think you guys will find out pretty soon why. Oh no, not yet. That's not it. That's just me dropping my bike again. Getting frustrated. Super frustrated. So yeah, at the end though, I was not looking forward to test 6 because I knew I was going to have to go through that super tight, exhausting part and still have another 7 miles to do after that. All right, here we are. Come around this. Oh boy. Oh, that hurts me. So I just scorpioned myself. I saw a line. I was like, I'm gonna just go through that rut right there. Chose it. As you can see, my bike's like standing perfectly still, perfectly upright. And this is Gary. Gary, you're a saint, dude. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for helping. Oh man.
What?
I was telling him to go, and I'm so glad he stayed, to be honest with you. He's super nice. You know, I mean, this is something, I wish I could be more like Gary, to be honest with you. You know, just,
You can go on.
others are priority one. That's what I love about this community. I say that all the time. But everybody's here for everybody else.
Whoa.
But yeah, I hit that, my face went over, and the dirt, like at the fender height, pretty much stopped me from
Yeah, I'll be okay.
going further over, but my legs were still going, so I pretty much made it backwards, a U out of my back. My back hurts pretty decently. Went to the doctor, got it x-rayed and all that stuff. They didn't see any breaks. I'm going to give it a few weeks, and if it doesn't get much better, I might get an MRI or something like that, check the soft tissues. But, whoa. I don't think it happened here, but I did something to my, I say my wrist. I think it's more of my forearm, just above my wrist. So I'm actually wearing a brace on that right now as well. This is probably one of the more painful races I've been through afterwards.
I mean, yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you.
So here they are. It took 4 guys, me and 3 other people, to get my bike out of that hole. Awful, 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 awful. So thank you very much. I didn't catch everybody else's name or able to figure it out, but you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for stopping. I don't know, I'd probably still be in that hole if it wasn't for you guys. But thank you all very much. Tater. I think Tater might have been one of the guys' names, actually. So yeah, here I decided to just kind of just take a breath. I'm like, do I continue? Just hurt myself? I don't know. I'm like, well, let's just kind of just keep riding, take it easy, and yeah. So I ended up keep riding. I ended up finishing the test or the race. I get after this, I take some ibuprofen just to kind of, you know, keep the swelling down, and help relieve some of the pain. And yeah, so here we are. We're off. But man, yeah, that was a kind of scary. You know what you did, which is do a back bend unintentionally, and that's just kind of scary. But got through it, and hopefully I'm gonna just take it easy. I already talked about Fry Lake. I want to work the race. I am not in the condition to race. So yeah. By the way, if you guys haven't watched or heard about it yet, I have a show called Enduro Talk. Enduro Talk is live on Thursdays. You can find it on Facebook or here on YouTube. Just search Y Rush Racing. there, and you can also listen to it on the website called Spreaker. Again, search for Y Rush Racing. And what it is, it's me, and I usually try to have a co-host, and we'll talk about, you know, off-road riding, off-road racing, and then I try to get one of the top guys in the nation calling in. For example, this week I have Liam Draper, and a Kiwi, joining us. He is the points leader currently for the National Enduro Series. He was racing today in Louisiana, got second place while I'm racing here. And then, so yeah, check it out. Enduro Talk. It's all the talk. It's all the rage. Yeah. So this guy from who knows where catches around me, and I'm like, I'm going to follow him and just try to chase him down. Have fun. I get a little overzealous here shortly. But you can also, you know, follow what's going on if you want to keep up more with what Y Rush Racing is doing me, I guess, by just Instagram as well as Facebook. All right, so yeah, I do a little fun trick here. Boom, boom. Whiskey throttle tree, yes.
Yeah.
But actually, that was painless. Hit. Luckily enough, my something in my front of my bike kind of caught that tree. We just did a little swing around the rosy there. And yeah, so
Having a tough day.
this is one of my worst races in a long time as far as crashes go and just injuries. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
I do know. It was that guy did exactly what I did there, except for he didn't whiskey throttle into the tree here. So man, we are set to have perfect conditions for today, but then it rained maybe like, I don't know, I would say less than a quarter of an inch overnight. And it didn't, obviously it's not slop here, but it definitely made it slick. And being on row 7 probably wasn't a good move. You never know, right? You obviously never know. But row 25 and back probably had it pretty good. I did notice on the, the second time, so loop test, I mean, test 5 and test 6, when you go through the same trails again, quite a bit more rutted out. But it was tacky where it wasn't ruts. So I don't know if it was this muddiness causing or just brain farts for me, but yeah. So the moisture did cause a bit of an issue. But yeah, get back on my bike and all is well. And well, my test is kaput, but not sure why I stopped. Oh, yeah, went digging, ton of dirt down on my foot peg. Still need to figure out my camera angle. If you guys are still watching this, hopefully in the future, my camera angle will be pointed down so you can get just a glimpse of my handlebars. That's my favorite. Right now, you know, you're kind of looking where I'm looking while I'm riding, maybe a little high. But for the most part, you know, I like to have so you can see kind of what's going on with the handlebars. I don't know, that's what's going on. Speaking of going back to Enduro Talk a bit, you can always check out past episodes by searching. I listen to it as a podcast. Is when I kind of go listen back through it again to kind of critique myself. I do it as a podcast. So just search Enduro Talk, and pretty much any platform you listen to, except for iHeartRadio. Still waiting for acceptance there. Yeah, it's available. And if it's not, just give me a shout out, and I'll try to figure out how to get it on there if that's where you want to listen to. Not sure what's going on here. It's kind of like me, just dawdle along for no particular reason.
Thank you.
I think we're closing in on the end of test 4, or test 2. Test 2 of agony. Or maybe I just forgot to edit this section out. Who knows? But really, yeah, this was a lot of fun. Especially, I mean, test 1 and 2 were a great mix of fast and flowy and just fun technical stuff. Kind of like what you're seeing here, right? Honestly, there's more field sections here than I recall being there, but not complaining. And stuff like that, I was super cautious then. Creek crossings, anything where it could be just suck your front tire in. I got pretty cautious after my little incident. What's cool is there was a few, since I was pretty, oh, here we are, into test 2. Made it. Whew. Yeah, so I met some guys that this is the first Enduro before the race, and they're like, how do you know when you're at the end? I'm like, yeah, you'll see stuff, signs, you'll know when you're there. And obviously, yeah, you know when you're there. So yeah, made it to the end, check my watch, check my scorecard, and then got another 20 minutes to go, and here we are again, once again, do my thing, which is not started on time. Test 3 was just chaos, just so tight. I mean, just turning. Then you can see Bobby up there still killing it. That guy's a beast. I was thinking, I've been working out quite a bit lately. I was thinking, all right, just kind of try to keep it close, you know, the first 4 and then the long ones. That's when I'm going to really put the time in and get the win for the day. No, actually, Bobby had that plan too, apparently. He just dominated. I did a little better, but he did very well. He won the last 2 tests for the BJEC class, so well done, Bobby. Oh, almost passed him, but then we both stall it at the same time, and no go. Yeah, Bobby's on beast mode today. Oh, you, Bobby. But no, it turned out to be a really good thing to have him on my row, even though initially I didn't, like I said. Is because he was always ahead of me, always faster, and always pulling me. I'm like, even though if I couldn't see him, I was still chasing him. Like, in my mind, he was just around the corner. I'm going to push a little harder, and I'm going to see him. But not always the case, especially when you try to break your back. And but no, it was really good kind of motivation. And that's what it's kind of cool about Enduros is, you know, if somebody's slightly faster than you, you can actually, you know, use them as kind of a trail reader for you. And it kind of pulls you along a little faster. So I think by having him ahead of me, it actually helped me a bit. Just so tight. Lots of turns. Lots of turns. Guys like Zach Ingram was here today, and he won. How do they go fast through this stuff? It's amazing to me, just how quick they can just turn their bike and go. Oh, I guess that was the end of the camera. So, yeah, I got 4th in BVET out of 10, possibly 12. I don't know how many people actually showed up. And, yeah, pretty stoked about that. I would like to do a first, but anyways, I got some learning to do when it comes to these blackjacks. The next one is possibly this Sunday, the 5th of May. It's near, oh, I forget where. It's in Oklahoma, though. Check it out. And then also, if you're more into the hare scrambles, you know, there's also near Bolivar, Missouri, is Kilburn Woods. To find out more about that, go to Missouri or MHSCRacing.com. It's also this Sunday. Lots of racing going on. Hope to see you there. And of course, Enduro Talk. Check it out this Thursday, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, it's It's a good time, and like I said, we talk about racing, we talk about current events and the national level, and then we also talk to one of the top national dudes pretty much every week. So check it out. It's a good time. I hope to see you there. Adios. Bye.